WikiLeaks is again publishing American military documents in the website's first release of leaked U.S. government secrets in more than a year. WikiLeaks publisher Julian Assange yesterday announced a progressive release of more than 100 leaked U.S. Defense Department files setting out rules and procedures for interrogating detainees in military custody. The documents to be published over the next month include the standard operating procedures of the Guantanamo Bay jail, documents relating to the Abu Ghraib and Camp Bucca prisons in Iraq, and so-called fragmentary orders setting out changes to detainee procedures across U.S. military operations worldwide. The classified documents span a decade of counter-terrorism operations, including detail on U.S. military interrogation procedures and a long-standing practice of routinely destroying recordings of interrogations. A 2005 interrogation policy document that applied to the Multinational Coalition Forces in Iraq, including Australian forces, details approved interrogation tactics. These include an emotional love approach, playing on the love a detained person has for family, homeland, or comrades, and a contrasting fear-up, harsh approach, in which the interrogator behaves in an overpowering manner with a loud and threatening voice in order to convince the source he has no option but to cooperate. The latest releases are likely to be carefully examined by the Australian Defence Department, which in 2010 employed more than 90 people to examine WikiLeaks' earlier releases of thousands of U.S. military reports on the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. Defense Department reports released under Freedom of Information legislation show that a major concern was to identify any U.S. reports that indicated Australian involvement in, or knowledge of, detainee abuse or torture in Iraq. No reports of Australian involvement were found. The latest WikiLeaks release includes the foundation document for the Guantanamo Bay prison, the 2002 Camp Delta Standard Operating Procedures Manual. This document is of significant historical importance. Guantanamo Bay has become the symbol for systematized human rights abuse in the West, with good reason, Mr. Assange said in a statement. Ecuador has requested a meeting with Britain to discuss Mr. Assange, who, it says, is losing weight and suffering vision problems while remaining holed up in its embassy. It asked for written assurances that Mr. Assange would not be arrested if he has to go to hospital. Now News.